Hi, this is Praios and I'm a professional gambler. Today we will again look into a video from BCP Poker Replays. Thanks for uploading this content. I will also link it in my YouTube video once I upload it below, and yeah. Thanks for that. Unfortunately, the original content is without commentary, so I will do my best to give you a proper analysis for every hand with whole cards. We started this video already and we have about 25 minutes left to comment on, and yeah, let's get into it. First hand is PLO 5. This will be a mix between PLO 5 and PLO 4 card. Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, also excuse me if my PLO 5 card analysis might not be on point all the time, because yeah, I did not play that game that much and I also don't do that many analyses. I think also most people are not on point in this game, because yeah, there is a lot less information and theory out there compared to PLO 4, so that's maybe the game you should be into and yeah, try to make money nowadays if these big stakes run on you on ggpoker. Yeah, anyways, let's now get into the video. Okay, starting the hand. What do I think about this call? I mean, we got a nut suit, although we block ourselves a bit. The connectivity of our hand isn't too great, so I would say folding can't be too bad actually, with a lot more people behind left to act. But yeah, I mean, this hand isn't bad, so you can do whatever you want. It's fine anyways. And the aces, the double suited aces, obviously will go for the 3-bet. Completely standard. And it looks like we get a 3-way pot. Okay. Yeah, looks like no one will be able to get away from his hand at this point. I mean not no one, but yeah, at least not L Thunderbelt and EELIS, as long as it's not going Ben all in and L Thunderbelt all in too. Then Elias has to continue, I think. He has the top pair blocked, the board is very dry, he has aces, he has one backdoor flush draw, there's only a bit more than pot size left, so yeah, no way out. But let's see how this plays out. I mean, I didn't watch this beforehand, so if you watch this the first time, I do it as well, so I did not prepare this session beforehand, so yeah, it's also the first time for me to see this. Yeah, it's happening exactly like I predicted, and yeah, look at this. I mean, this is a bit surprising to me, but this actually is a 50-50, although the aces got sucked out and the aces are now facing top 2 pair, and still it's a 50-50. I mean, this is because the 2 pair can get counterfied, and in addition to that, the aces can make a set, and the aces also have a lot of possibilities to make 2 pair as well. Although often when they make 2 pair, this will be a split pot, so I don't get it entirely. So yeah, let's see if maybe the equity calculation from ggpoker is off. Because yeah, this doesn't look like it adds up to me, so let's see. So let's make no mistakes. So this is a club and a diamond. This is a heart and a club and another heart. Hope I got this right. I think so. And it's up against ace of spades, 5 of clubs, 7 of clubs, 10 of spades. I am also interested how close this will be pre-flop, so let's run this sim first. I mean, for all of us to get a better understanding of the game. Yeah, this is not that surprising. I mean, the aces dominate the other hand in a lot of directions. I mean, they got the ace covered, the queen they got as well, the 10 they got as well, so I'm not surprised that the ace 10 queen 5-7 is having such a low equity pre-flop. But yeah, let's now also look into the flop, and if the calculations done by the ggpoker software is correct. It seems a bit high for me that the aces have 47% equity, so let's check. Okay, actually this is correct, so I was wrong. Everything is completely fine, and yeah, let's move on to the next hand. I think I already learned something, not sure about you. Maybe you are an expert in the game and know more than me. Yeah, hi Robbie. Okay, let's see on the next hand it's bringing us. We run it 3 times. First time to the aces. Second time to the aces. And third one is split. So yeah, the aces got really lucky there. I'm not 100% sure, but don't quote me on this, but I think it is, but not sure. I mean, back in the day, it was also more expensive to run it twice on full tilt poker. Not sure how it's on GG. I think it is free. I mean, it's not free. You pay the normal rate, but I'm also not entirely sure. I'm like 60% that you don't pay more rake if you run it multiple times. But there is another issue with running it 3 times, or I don't know what about 4 times, but for 3 times at least it wasn't compatible as I tried with the Hold'em manager. So you could run it twice and Hold'em manager worked fine, but with 3 times it had problems. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you want to use Hold'em manager and track your results, then yeah, you got a problem with running it 3 times, unless it was fixed in the meantime. I didn't play it on GG lately, so I'm also not sure about this. Okay, next hand, I think it was a raise and a call. Pretty standard, I guess. I mean, the small blind open is a no-brainer. The big blind could actually fold, but yeah, I mean, what stakes are this? I mean, this also is always with ante, right? Let's go back a little bit, and yeah, it's with antes. Although I think he's doing the full pot size raise, right? No, it's not a full pot size raise. I would have defended too, but it is definitely close. I mean, this hand is complete rubbish, but yeah, you have position, and yeah, equities run closer together in PLO 5 card than in PLO 4 card, so you have an even smaller edge pre-flop, so yeah, can't blame him, especially with the antes to defend this hand. And yeah, he also gets quite a good flop, hitting a gut shot and also top 2 pair. And yeah, Lyuboventitsky, the man with the name almost not pronounceable, also hits something decent. He has potentially a 10 he can hit to make the best hand. He has a backdoor straight draw, and he also has a nut flush draw, and I think nut flush draws are very strong in this game. Oh, sorry. Yeah, same mistake again. Yeah. Okay, let's go back. Okay, this hand. So this is the hand again. Yeah, sorry for that. The thing is, I have the calculator on my other screen, and that's why I sometimes forget to take it off. But yeah, thank you very much for reminding. Okay, yeah, I like the bet when check too, and I think it's very reasonable to check raise now, given the stack sizes. That at least would be what I would do. And yeah, that's also his line. I like it. Ace Jack 6 actually is in a bit of trouble because he's not doing good against draws. I mean, it's doing decent against draws, but it's doing very badly against mate hands. I mean, against another ace-6, it's doing okay-ish, but yeah, I'm doubt that ace-6 is doing this, so his opponent, if he has a better mate hand, he has a set, and the set is crushing him, so yeah. But I mean, he has a big bet up, backup too with the gut shot, so yeah, probably no way for either of these guys to get away, and yeah, that's also what's happening. I think the gut shot is very important here. And yeah, you can see the nut flush draw is very strong, and yeah, also hits a very good turn. And looks like the nut flush draw takes both hands. I don't want to say his name because yeah, it's just so easy to say it wrong. Oh, who is the sport? That's a good question. Oh, damn it! Okay, let's find where we are at. No, that's not the one. Okay, that was the last hand. I'm actually not sure who is the spot. Looks, at least stat-wise, it looks like everyone is decent. So maybe these guys just have very big balls and want to gamble a bit. Okay, what happened here? Yeah, aces pre-flop. Yeah, the 3-bet is probably loose, but still okay-ish. I would like it more if he had the king and the ace-high flush draw and not the queen and the ace-high flush draw. But yeah, I think it can't be too bad. And yeah, he's unlucky to run into aces. He obviously calls the 4-bet, and yeah. On this flop, it actually... Oh, that's so close. Look at the stack sizes. He has a backdoor flush draw. I probably can't get away, right? I mean, it's less than half pot. Yeah, that's why I am not a proponent of 3-betting this, because if you call the 4-bet, you are in trouble. So let's bring this up, and hopefully I will not forget to remove it later. Let's see how this hand is doing against a well-sized 3-betting range. Queen, not 4-betting range. Is this correct? Ace, king, 9 spades, queen, diamonds. I think it is. And let's see how he's doing against what is reasonable to give him, like 4% or something. Oh, he's actually doing quite good against the 4% range. Definitely can't fold against this. Against the 5% range, he should do even a bit better. Yeah, he is. What if he's just up against aces? Okay, even against aces, he will have a hard time to fold. Oh, my bad. Let's check again. Okay, against aces he has 40% pre-flop, and then against the 5% range he has even a bit more. I also wonder how many hands, how often you get aces in a 5-card PLO game. Does anyone know, or do we have to figure it out now? And how do we do this again? I think it can be done with the Range Explorer. But we cannot see the Range Explorer. Unfortunately, with my setup, this seems not to work for you, but yeah, I will tell you. Oh, make your guess, chat. How often will you have aces in 5-card PLO? The answer in 4-card PLO is 2.5% approximately. What is it in 5-card PLO? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, 2. No, I mean all aces. So it's also 3, 4, and 4 aces. But yeah, I just typed in ace-ace, so actually this is also having trips in it. Yeah, 3.5 is close. It's actually 4.17%. So over 4% you will have aces in this stupid game. So yeah, it seems like folding pre-flop is not an option in this one. And let's now figure out if he could have folded on the flop. Let's just let it be at 5%. And I mean 5% probably is a bit low because 5% is already aces. So let's put it at 7%. And let's type in the flop. 10 diamond, 6 spades, 3 spades. And can he fold? Oh, it's actually closer than I thought. If this would be half pot size left, it would be a close call, and as it is even a bit less, he's right to continue. Although he just has a very weak hand, but yeah, it's correct. What about if he puts his opponent on aces every single time? Is he still correct to do that? Yeah, I mean, it's making almost no difference, as you can see. So it's a bit worse if his opponent has aces always, but yeah, not a huge difference. Yeah, more raked flips. Although that's actually not a flip, but I mean, this is actually good for the poker room, I would say. Because, yeah, you cannot fold pre-flop and you have to get it in all the time. And yeah, the rake is huge, so good. Good for GG poker. I guess this game with guys that seem to play reasonable, I mean, everyone seems decent. This is just burning money from everyone. Is this a Turkish flag? Maybe this is a spot. What's his name? Elf on the Belt. Probably not a... No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Next hand again has hold cards. 3 kings. This seems like a bad open. This also seems like not a good 3-bet, to be honest. I mean, how bad is this hand doing? Oh, I made the mistake again. Sorry. Really should stop doing that. So let's again rewind. So I guess, yeah, that's the hand. He has 3 kings. I would say this is probably not an open, but he does it anyways. And this is probably not a 3-bet, but he also does it anyways. I mean, I like the 3-bet more than the open. Now the kings probably call. And now the kings feel like they have to get it in. Okay, that's actually close, but I think... Wow. Okay, given that he bets so small, he could actually expect to have some fold equity, and he also has a bit of equity if his opponent actually has a 9. So yeah, if he now chips against a small bet, this seems reasonable to me. Because he has 2 jacks to make the best hand most of the time. He has 1 king to make the best hand. And he has some fold equity against stuff that has good equity against him. Maybe even against aces. Not sure how these guys play, but yeah, it might be the case. But he's just calling. Okay, after just calling, now his hand looks a lot better. I mean, if his opponent is not having aces, he now has the lead, unless, as it is, his opponent has quads. But it's hard to have quads if it's only 1 card left in the deck. And also he's getting a very good price. So yeah, I wouldn't blame him if he now calls it off. Okay, like always, if people got the nuts and the nuts are like there's almost no way to catch up to them, they tend to slow play it. And yeah, that's the case here too. I think Felipe Costa for sure should check. I mean, he is up against aces or against a 9 often, and if he is not against these 2 value hands, he will not get any more money. So checking is definitely the way to go. I mean, yeah, he might get trapped and stuff. Yeah, so he's checking. And is he now trying to extract value? I guess so. Or is he tricky trappy again? Let's see. I mean, I personally would have preferred him to bet the turn because you want to have some bluffs, right? And if you have some bluffs, you should also have a bet with some of your value hands. So yeah, and I mean, it's actually looking more credible in my eyes if the dude checks turn and bets river as if he's betting flop and shoving turn. I mean, I'm not sure if it's just my opinion. Yeah, now the kings feel committed. Yeah, terrible played hand. I mean, once the board comes down like this, it feels okay for him to call on the river, but he should not have get involved pre-flop, and yeah, could have saved himself a lot of money. I mean, I'm already saying that he probably calls. Yeah, and let's see if he actually does. I mean, to be honest, we already know that he calls because otherwise we would not see the whole card. So yeah, but yeah, this is why you should be solid pre-flop. Then you could avoid a lot of these spots where you get yourself into a lot of trouble. And yeah, actually it is hard now. It's hard with his hand to get away at any point. But there was one decision made in the beginning where you were to lose pre-flop, and this was it. Afterwards, there was a cascade of things that happened, and then you feel like you have to get more and more and more and more money in, and that's very often in PLO 4 and in PLO 5, and that's why you have to make decent decisions pre-flop in order to not get in this very bad cycle. I hope I explained this well. Okay, this looks like an okayish open. He's double suited. He's semi-connected. He has a nut suit. Can't blame him. And he gets 2 callers. Yeah, I mean, the 8s definitely have a decent hand. The other guy has bottom 2, definitely not a good hand, and also not much potential to improve. I think bottom 2 should be a check fold actually very often if he's not just facing a very small bet size. I think if even folding pre-flop would have been okay, although he gets such a good price. I mean, he has a nut flush draw, so cannot do that bad. I mean, now you could already fold in my eyes. If Elias is in, I would definitely fold. Now it's sort of close. This is definitely like very spewy. Don't do that. Never overplay bottom 2. I mean, this would already be bad if you do it in... How is the game called? Yeah, PLO 4 card. And yeah, in PLO 5 card is probably even more, even better, even worse. I mean, why the fuck is he even having 15% equity? I mean, this is terrible to get it in a game where normally stuff is so close together with such a terrible equity. But yeah, I'm again surprised that he has so much equity. I mean, he's up against top set and he's bottom 2. So all his backdoor stuff and seems to add up quite good for him. Yeah, maybe run it twice. Okay, he picked up a nice draw, but can't get there. And now he has a full house, but yeah. Johi Kaimain, or however his name is, also got a full house, so he wins both. Okay, again kings, that's quite a troubling hand here. Let's see if the kings will 3-bet. Oh, do I prefer just a call? I mean, these kings look quite good, so but not as connected as I want them to. I say double suited, I would 3-bet. With this hand, I would just call. And he, yeah, seems like he went into my poker school because he's just calling. Okay, that's an interesting line to take. He's just donking. Do I like it or not? Yeah, actually I like it. I mean, he's not, or at least not blocking the straight draws too much. He's only having one spade. That's also good. So his opponents can still have big draws, and he does not want, I mean, it's not that bad on this board, but it's not that drawy to give a free card. But yeah, actually I like his line, but yeah, they probably will now get it in, as both guys have a big hand. Nut flush draw, gut shot, overpair. Yeah, unlucky to run in top set. I'm already quite thrilled to see the equities. Okay, he's just calling. I thought he would raise. Yeah, I would have raised. I see a lot of merits in raising. I mean, even against set, you do very well. And you, maybe someone is overplaying a dominated draw. And you could push out stuff like 2-pair. Or maybe even bottom set. So I would like a raise, but yeah, mixing it up between raising and calling is also okay. So now his draw is getting even better. He now has an open ender too. But there also a straight came in, so yeah, he has to be very cautious now for sure. Ben probably is not that scared that his opponent has the straight because he has the 7-7 blockers. So yeah, I think, not sure if he will bet again. I wouldn't blame him if he does, because he can assume that his opponent is not having 7-4 that often. Also due to positions, I mean, it's not that common that EELIS is having 7-4, and in addition to that, he also has having 7-7, so it's kind of unlikely for his opponent to have this combination. So value betting again and protecting against all sort of stuff is okay. And even if his opponent is having made a weaker straight, he cannot raise. So yeah, it's fine to bet, I say. And that's what he does. Checking would also obviously be perfectly fine. What is Ellis doing now? Is he again just calling, or is he now semi-bluffing? I mean, actually, as long as he's not folding, everything he does has my approval. He's taking some time. Yeah, raising is fine. Yeah, and we get it in. Yeah, still. Like 1/3 still is his share of the pot, although we are already at the turn. Yeah, unlucky to run into top set, which also is having blockers. So yeah, 3 times. Okay. The ace. Oh, first. Oh, he wins all 3. That's very unlucky. That reminds me of the hand where Patrick Antonius played against, how is he called? This, is it a British guy or an American guy? Rob, is he called Rob? No, he's not. How is he called, the other guy? I mean, there is an old school poker hand where Patrick Antonius plays against one of these internet kids and he gets it in with like 75%. They run it 4 times and he loses all 4. So this hand reminds me of that. I also made a video about it. Yeah, search my YouTube channel if you want to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, ace is always standard open. This one is also quite good, double suited and connected. Yeah. Oh, this free rate is marginal, but from time to time, definitely okay. Anyways, he gets very lucky to run into such a huge hand. Not lucky, unlucky, I mean. Now he has to call and try to get lucky. And yeah, the guy with the unpronounceable name also has like the perfect counter hand. So yeah, very unlucky. Yeah. Oh, that's... does he have anything else to go with it? 10-7. This actually is probably quite close. I mean, he needs 1/3 equity. He just has a pair and a backdoor flush draw. Yeah, that's probably enough to get it in now. I mean, he needs even less equity as his opponent has way smaller stake. Yeah, I say, ooh, sorry, again. The good old misclick. Yeah, I say he has to get it in, but it sucks. Where is the hand? That's not the hand. Also wonder if how much more I have to go back. Probably until here. Yep, that's the one. Sorry. I'm a bit clumsy. Clicking. Always clicking in this bar. Going to a point where I don't want to. Okay. Yeah. This will probably get in. You saw the invisible bottle. I also like a donk. He's getting it in. Although this is actually a bit exploitable, but yeah, still, I would donk. Maybe he has a small bit of full equity left. Okay, yeah, he has enough equity, at least in this spot, to get it in. First one is a split. I think second one he lost. And third one he lost too. If I didn't got it right, sorry for that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what the result was. It's very hard to get it when so many cards are involved. So be forgiving, please, if I saw this wrong. Okay. The race looks okay. The defend looks okay. Yeah, everything's fine until this point, for sure. So we are having straight versus set. Straight versus set. Let's go. Okay. That's an interesting line to take. I mean, I think that's probably a bit loose. I mean, he has the straight blocker and can also make a straight. Yeah, this seems not right to me. Are we now getting it in? Or what happens here? If I get it in, I'm quite curious what the equity will be. Let's guess now. I say he has 42%. This is a... show me. No! 4% off. I mean, 3 point something percent off. He loses first. No, it's first. Yeah, he loses first. And he loses second. I mean, his play also wasn't the greatest. Why not check call the flop? Seven, eight, nine, jack ace. Yeah, not sure if you're supposed to open a hand like this. Definitely looks a lot better if you have two spades and not three. Well, the shorty is considering his options, but in the end decides to fold. Yeah, the big blind defense looks okay. Oh, that's an interesting play. 7, 8, 9, jack. So he has like two gut shots and a pair, and no pair. Doch, two gut shots and a pair. It's getting donked into. Also back to flush draw. His opponent has bottom pair, and that's about it. I mean, two backdoor flush draws. I mean, it's reasonable to do that occasionally, because his hand has good future blockers and some potential for being able to barrel future streets, so I don't hate it. Yeah, and El Thunderbolt now should probably call. I mean, his equity should be good enough, and he also is in position, so can't be too bad to call, and that's what he does, and he turns the nuts. Ben now checks. Yeah, looks good to me. I mean, he does not want to get raised. He can have the bad stand sometimes, and he does not want to bloat the pot yet, so checking and calling, probably the best line he can take. Oh, that's very expensive. That's really expensive. Your opponent just called, so he could have made it, but he could also be bluffing. Oh, so expensive still, but I think you definitely have to call once at least. Ooh. This is not a good river for us. You have one blocker to the straight with the king, and that's it. So yeah, this card would scare me a lot. I mean, I would consider to call more blankish rivers, but this one looks like he should fold. Yeah, also bluffing I think is not an option. Oh, it's getting checked down. Yeah, I mean, he also was scared now. I think I wouldn't hate it if he bombs river too. I mean, he's giving his opponent a very hard time if he is having the same hand. And given the action, it's at least not that likely that your opponent has ace king, right? So he had he potentially had something he liked on the flop. On the turn, he might have get scared from the straight. Maybe also was drawing and does not want to blow the pot. Yeah, very tough one, but yeah. Bombing the river, in my eyes, is fine. Trying to get your opponent off split pots, for example. And you never know what people do. I mean, sometimes they do insane hero calls. Maybe should we choose a smaller sizing? What about that? Give him a good price. Although when the potential split pots are not in a tough spot, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, checking back obviously is fine, but are the merits of betting again big enough to do it? Actually, I'm unsure about this one. But yet, it can't be too bad. I mean, in this case, he would have gotten a fold most likely. But do worse hands call ever? Maybe. Is it likely to get a 9 to fold? Depends on your opponent's tendencies, but it is an option. Your opponent should also donk sometimes if he now made a better straight. So yeah, I mean it seems close. This is the safest line definitely is to check back to not get trapped or something. But yeah, wouldn't hate bet. I mean, given how the hand went down, it seems unlikely that your opponent has you beat. And you might have, yeah, full equity against split pots there. So that's my reasoning for at least debating betting the river. Okay, that is, yeah, quite connected. Can't blame him. Where Andy's in game, he gets a discount. Now the aces probably will... Should the aces... I mean, these aces look... Although, they are not that weak. But yeah, the second flush draw sucks and we are not connected. And we often reveal that we got aces. I mean, if we squeeze here, we definitely have a good chunk of our hands is aces. So, should we just call? I mean, I wouldn't hate to sometimes slow play. But yeah, I say with two suits, it's probably better to bloat the pot. With only one suit, we could just call. So that's what I say to this spot. And he decides to 3-bet. Okay. 14k into the pot. One guy has 7, 8, 10. I mean, Joe Kimanen definitely has a very strong hand. He can get it in for sure. The question is, what should he do? He could try something very tricky, like betting 8k, making life hell for L van der Belt. Because, yeah, if he calls now, he has to take into account that Felipe Costa could come back over the top, and then Joachim can come back over the top. So that would be one possibility. He could also just donk. He could also check. I mean, I don't hate any of these options. Should he check? By the way, can you hear these annoying background noises? I hope not. Yeah, let's see what he does. I mean, I see merits for all options. He also goes into the tank first and thinks what he should do. I mean, it's never too bad to get folds with your hand. I mean, you don't have anything yet, but you have a lot of potential. Oh, I didn't saw that beforehand. Van der Belt actually has something too. He has 2 pair. That's a tough one. That seems to be a very tough one. It's like... We're also quite deep. We have like 4 times the pot left. And other than the top and bottom pair, his hand looks quite weakish. I mean, I think you cannot blame him if he folds. One more guy, my reasoning for saying that fold is okay is that one more guy behind. If it's getting in three-way, you are fucked as hell. Your hand is not too strong. You just have weak two pair, and it's very easy for a lot of stuff to catch up to you later. And there's a lot of money still behind. And one guy already betting the whole field and is probably not folding anymore. So yeah, I say folding should be fine. We should try to back this claim up, I think. So let's bring this in. Hope that I will not forget about it later. So it's a 7 diamond, 4 clubs, 9 spades. And we got ace diamond, 4 spades, ace hearts, 9 diamond, and 6 spades. And yeah, our opponent should have range. So pre-flop he was not aggressive, so he has like, let's say 8% to 30% or something like that. And yeah, 9-7 seems a decent hand to do this with. It's 9-4 a decent hand to do it with? Not really, right? I mean, let's include it first, but yeah, we cannot later also remove this. I think the brackets were not correct. What's now? Yeah, okay, now. What about 7-7? Are people donking 7-7 or 4-4? Let's say he's not donking 9-9, but he's donking the other two sets. Now he also could have like tons of draws. No flush draw, but many straight draws. This one. All of these. These look quite weakish, so let's not include them. Let's see how he's doing against this. Oh, actually, it seems like I'm a bit nitty saying that he should fold. Against this, he's doing quite well. What if we exclude 9-4? Yeah, if we exclude 9-4, he's doing a bit less good. But yeah, given that they have so much left, it's probably decent to still fold, right? I mean, what happens if it's getting three-way? So the other guy should have a range quite similar to this one. Let's also include 9-9. Yeah, okay, let's go. I mean, we are just validating my saying that he's fucked three-way. What? What just happened? Okay. For some reason this was lagging behind, and I'm right, he's fucked three-way. Yeah, it seems like my first guess is now backed up by this analysis too. If it's getting three-way, he's in a lot of pain. And if it's not getting three-way, it seems close between getting it in or not. But yeah, I mean, they have like 4 times the pot left, so yeah, folding is probably still right, even if he knows that the other guy still goes out. So yeah, not well played, because I guess he will get it in now. And not making the mistake again, will turn Pro Poker Tools up. What's this? This is a ggpoker session played by other people, recorded from BCP poker reviews. I'm looking into the hands and yeah, saying what I think, how these dudes played it. And wins one quad, wins. Okay, he loses 2 out of 3. And that's fair. I mean, he played it bad, he should have folded. Okay, missed the pre-flop action, sorry. Was not playing close enough attention, so okay, we are back into the other hand. It's not what I intended. Okay, open raise, looks standard. Defend, also okay. Antis in the game, huge discount, blah blah blah. Now ace king versus an ace with a weak flush draw. That's very tricky. Yeah, I don't expect this to get re-raised on the flop. L van den Belt probably tries to keep the pot small and just calls. Yeah. Oh, now he has 2 flush draws, so and a gut shot too, so I expect him to check call again. Oh, I also misread his hand. There's actually a set involved and not just ace king. But anyways, it's not changing much. He should bet again in my eyes. It's unlikely but possible that he has 3-4 and him beat, but yeah, he still has a redraw. He can make a full house. He can also hit the better straight. In addition to that, he needs protection from 2 flush draws. So yeah, definitely betting again. Yeah, he also goes quite big, committing himself. Expect L van den Belt. Is it an option to fold? I mean, he's probably not making a huge mistake by folding, to be honest. It's so easy to be dominated. I mean, his opponent can easily have one of his draws beat and a better mate hand. So he might be drawing quite thin. So yeah. I guess folding, given that he needs 33% equity and that he's out of position and it's hard to extract value when he comes up ahead, it's an option. Yeah, I think folding probably is the best play, but I guess he will not. He's raising. This makes absolutely no sense. Complete fucking bullshit. This guy is probably the spot on the table. Later, before in this video, we ask ourselves who's the spot, and yeah, this guy seems to be the spot. I mean, the other guy is clearly committed. He has no fold equity, and he's also almost ever behind. So why the fuck is he getting all the money in? He actually is lucky here. As his opponent is not having one of his draws crushed, but he's still in bad shape. I mean, look at this. I mean, he has only 35% of equity, and this is already a good spot for him. Yeah, 3 times. Let's do it. So we see 3 river cards. And he loses 1. Wins 1. Yeah, he wins just 1. This is also about his equity, so that was a fair share to both of these guys. 3, 3, 5, 6, 7. I think probably low cards are not what you are looking to play a lot, but given that he has position, that everybody else left the pot already, that there's huge money which you might be able to steal by just open raising. I think it's fine to open raise, but that's definitely not a hand you want to raise from a UTG or something. Yeah, small blind also has a quite decent hand. I wouldn't be surprised if he's 3-betting this. I would. Okay, he does too. Okay. 3. Where's 4? He has no 4 in his hand, so. But this probably will get in, right? So one guy has nut gut shot and nut flush draw. The other guy has the blockers to the straight and a pair, two pair, top two, and also a gut shot. So yeah, I guess this might go in. I wouldn't hate if JapY-AA checks to check raise and induce a bluff, because this should not hit his range very often, and this would be a range play to check and yeah, trap your opponent. I would like the check raise quite a lot. Yeah, he considers his options and checks. Yeah, Ben is saying I'm going, no way I'm going out. But yeah, if, like it. It's okay from both dudes. And yeah, although he's having no pair, he's favorite. 3 times, he says. And they agree to run it 3 times. First one to Finland, second one to Finland, third one to Finland. That's quite unlucky to lose all 3, having almost 50% of equity. But yeah, this happens all the time in PLO. Another 5-card hand. Jack, Jack, Queen, Queen. Double suited. Yeah, like the open. Also can't blame him for the re-raise. The 5 could have been a bit higher of a card, but yeah, anyways. Looks decent to me. This looks... This can easily be to lose. Just has one backdoor flush draw, and he has a bit more than pot left. I think that's probably not what she should doing, right? I mean, that looks a bit loose to me. I mean, his opponent should have aces and kings a lot. Yeah, I think that's not okay. I mean, at least not in terms of equity, and if you want to do well long term, this is not okay, I say. Let's bring in Pro Poker Tools, and if I forgot to remove it later, please scream at me in the chat. Okay. He has Jack diamonds, Queen diamonds, 2 clubs, Queen clubs, Jack of spades. And let's give his opponent like a 12% range. See how he's doing. Okay, we did some bullshit. There's one hand too much in there. So yeah, he has 32%. If we say his opponent is 3-betting 12%, and he is continuation betting every single time. So even against this, he's already losing a bit of money. And yeah, I guess once we make his range a bit stronger, let's say he has queens, aces, kings, a 10, a 3, or 5. Can also have like draws, but if yeah, let's give him some good other shit as well. Like okay, the 3, 10, and 5 already includes the sets. Yeah, so he's getting in every pair, and he's getting in good straight draws too. So let's see how we are doing against this. So if he's completely with the flop, we now assume that he is not betting. It's just taking a free card. Although I don't expect this to happen that often. Yeah, in this case, his equity drops 3% more. So yeah, I was correct. This is a check fold on the flop. Probably in a nutshell, it's also better. If you get it in anyways, why not donk pot? And not give him the chance to take free cards and decide himself if he's willing to get more money in or not. So yeah, don't like it at all. And oops, not sure if it happened for you as well. I hope not. Some technical difficulties here. Where is this thing here? Okay, brought this up again, but we are missing a lot of the buttons we would need. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, technical difficulties. I have no buttons in my OBS at the moment. So that's quite bad. I'm also got into something which I don't want to be in. Yeah, okay. But the problem is I can probably close the thing completely, right? Okay, that worked out. Yeah, all my buttons are gone now. I hope this is still... Oops, yeah, fuck. We could also end the session here, but I was willing to do this until the end, so let's try to continue. Or I could also stop now and come back in a second. Yeah, please. How do I even stop this? I mean, I probably lose the recording because I have no buttons. What the fuck? This is insanely annoying. Huh. Hmm. Sorry about that, but... Okay, guys, we are back online. I hope, yeah, I hope these technical difficulties did not cause me to lose the recording, because in this case, we will have... I cannot upload this session to YouTube, but yeah, let's hope that we now can continue without any more difficulties. Okay, we already went through this hand. This is yeah, we had this one, so let's try to find the beginning of the next hand. This it is. Okay, aces, good hand. Just calling, definitely. Yeah, building the trap. No, there's no reason to bloat the pot with such weak aces, but yeah, once your opponents, one guy with 3-bet behind, you now have the perfect spot to bloat it. I mean, your hand still is shit, but yeah, you can get so much money in with a small edge that you don't mind it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, he just now has to pray that his opponent has no 6 and that he takes it down. Would bet small. I mean, this is a very shitty spot if you bet small and get raised. You always are in a leveling war and ask yourself if this can be true or not. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I hate this spot. I mean, for this price, definitely not folding yet, but I hate it already. Yeah, and Trueteller is doing the good old bluff catch. I mean, this actually looks stronger than just shipping it in, I think, doing this small bet. And okay, Trueteller still cannot get away. I mean, this guy is not known for folding ever, so did not expect him to fold here. Yeah, also unlucky that it happened pre-flop like this. I mean, he was ahead, but yeah, that's PLO, and also yeah, his hand was so shitty. Happens. Don't like the 3-bet. That's too loose. This is also a game with effectively 3 blinds, I think. And do I like I think the open already is also bad. I now get it, kind of. I mean, level 29 is probably a fish and he wants to isolate and even does this with a not qualified hand. And yeah, now level 29 also not folding. And yeah, looks like what? Yeah, I mean, the flush is a bluff catcher now, and yeah, looks like what this looks like 20. Oh, okay, let's try to get in line again. It looks like level 29 also realizes that he is in a bluff catcher spot and just calls a small flop bet. I would check back turn now. Yeah, that's what he does, and yeah, I don't see much more money going in, honestly. I mean, it's probably getting check. Okay, he bluffs at it again, yeah. And yeah, that's exactly like I would have played in level 29's shoes. Nice hand. Also interesting that he choose to bluff again small on the river, but yeah. Oh, looks like level 29 again into the pot. This time again with a way better hand than before, and also position. Although before he had position 2. Okay, so that's the same deal. Yeah, the raise from Sami looks okay-ish. The 3-bet looks okay-ish too. And that looks like some fireworks. 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we have a wrap against top pair and an open-ender. And 1 backdoor flush draw for Sami and 2 backdoor flush draws for level 29. I wouldn't hate if level 29 checks back. I mean, his draw can easily be dominated, and that's also the case here. And yeah, this is a good spot to be well balanced and yeah, check back with some good draws some of the time. I mean, it's not the best draw, but I say it's a check back. I would check back personally, but he's willing to get it in. That's also fine for sure, but I prefer check a bit over betting, but yeah, also fine. I mean, Sami now, I don't know why he's wasting so much time. His opponent obviously is not folding. He obviously has a very good hand, so I would get it in. And I would not take that long. Yeah, he's also doing it after some consideration. Yeah, he's also ahead. And he loses. Unlucky. Oh, fuck, I missed the hand. Let's try to get it back to the beginning. Okay, Daniel Reggiano dancing. And yeah, okay, we missed start of the hand. Yeah, but looks standard. We probably got in a lot of money pre-flop and both. I mean, one guy has aces, the other guy flopped big. Maybe we even got it. We could have gotten in pre-flop or on the flop. Looks okay-ish. And aces hold, level 29, doing quite well this session, it seems. Good hand in the straddle for sure. The big blind also isn't too bad. Just completing is definitely fine. I would raise position, decent queens. I like to raise here, but yeah, he just checks. On the flop, Ben probably going for the check call line, pot controlling with a decent hand, which cannot stand heat. So if he's would bet the flop, he would hate to get raised. So that's why he's probably electing to go for check call. No, he's going for the check raise. I mean, Ben choose a lot of questionable lines this session. I mean, I also misread his hand a bit. He has 2 gut shots, but still. Raising here and probably getting it in is a bit too much in my eyes. In Joachimenen shoes, I also would now fold my hand. I mean, what? How can he continue here? I mean, this makes no sense with a hand like this. But anyways, he calls. Okay, Ben now improved big time, and for sure, if I would have played his line on the flop, I definitely would continue on the turn now. I mean, flush draw, a pair, and also 2 gut shots. Yeah, should be good enough. And yeah, the 9-10 queen still doesn't look too strong to me. I mean, it's a gut shot, it's a pair. Do I miss anything? Why the fuck do we get the money in? I mean, it seems like he probably put him on a draw and now gets it in. This is insanely risky. And you see, I mean, he is 40% only, although he is having the best hand at the moment. But yeah, I mean, this is insane. I mean, Ben's play is not that good, I say, at least, especially the flop raise. But the 9-10 queen is ridiculous. What are these guys doing? Maybe I need to get into this game. What the fuck? This is insanity. Okay, next one. PLO 5 card again. Yeah, he has a button. He is raising probably most of his stuff. I can't blame him for that. Yeah, aces. Yeah, aces 3-bet. It's also good aces, so yeah, I like it. Wow. The aces now got a pair and a gut shot and an overpair and a backer flush draw. But still, there's a lot of money behind. What is it? 4 times the pot is still left in these guys' pockets. Wow. This is a really tough spot for aces. I'm a bit lost at the moment what he should do. If you bet, you might be committed and you probably don't want this, so checking seems decent. It's getting checked through. Now the hand becomes a lot easier to play. He makes the nuts on the turn. Really start to bet. I wouldn't hate if he checks again. I mean, he has the board crushed so badly. He has the straight redraw, he has a flush draw, and he has a nuts. So yeah, I like a check. If you crush the board that heavily, you have to give your opponent some rope to improve or to bluff. He disagrees. He bets the full pot. This also looks like a quite Okay, well, should he call a full pot size bet? I mean, it's reasonable. I mean, he can bluff on a heart. He can improve to a straight. He has a pair. Yeah, I mean, it's close, but I say it's okay to call in level 29 shoes. I probably would have done the same, but yeah, this is not, you are not making that much money with this call. And now both people have the nuts, so it's probably getting in. Yeah, he bets small, the other guy raises, he snap calls, easy game. Okay, 3 aces this time. Yeah, decent open for sure. Double suited and connected. And the trips just call. I like it. Yeah, good flop for the trips. I like that I like his line. Should he bet out now? Should he just check? I mean, whatever he does, it's fine. Checks. How tricky trappy is this guy? Is he now checking to check call or checking to check raise? We'll see. Both are fine. Okay, he's greedy. Yeah, now I would also bump it. Yeah, I don't lay. I like how both players played it. He has a second nuts. He cannot fold. I mean, he could fold, but yeah, I mean, this is a perfect spot to call down. He checked back the flop, so he showed weakness. So his range is most of the time kept. Yeah, his opponent can easily have the nut blocker because yeah, he's in the big blind. He has a very wide range. So yeah, I like how both guys played the hand. Well done. Okay, 6, 8, 9, 10, queen. Yeah, can't be too bad. I mean, Rahul also is quite loose, so would be very surprised if he folds a hand like this. King 3, 3, 8. Don't like it. Also, yeah, don't like it. I would try to play a small pot, see if I hit a good flop, and yeah, not get that much money in. I mean, there are so many people behind, and if you get 4-bet, it's like very, very bad. Okay, Ronnie 4-bets, makes sense. Double suited aces. Okay, that's just stupidity. Well, why do you want to get it in with trash? And Ellis now, he's in a very bad spot. I have no clue, to be honest. I have no fucking clue what he should do. I think this is even poetry and rhymes. Let's see. So, King, 3, 3. Which he has to get in pre-flop. So Ronnie is a bit crazy. So he could have weaker hands. So let's give him 7%. Keep in mind that about 4% are aces. And yeah. And the other guy is also sort of retarded. So not sure what range we should assign to him. Let's give him like 12%. Although this is not, let's give him like 8% and also add like some, how is it? I think this should work, right? No, it's not working. Fuck, for fuck's sake. How do I say one gapper, for example? Can anyone help from chat? I think it was $1 gap. Or is this just working for 4-card PLO? Okay, this is working for PLO high, but it's not working for PLO 5-card. So that's unfortunate. So let's just give him random 15%. See what happens. Okay, in this scenario, you're probably priced in. Let's see what say that this guy is not that stupid. Yeah, it's very close, so you can do whatever you want. What if Ronnie is a bit more reasonable these days? I know back in the day he was quite active and loved to spew pre-flop, but yeah. Okay, I also forgot one card. So this actually is a worse double pair than on average, I think. Yeah, okay. I think he's probably, although he's also, is he short? He's not that short. Yeah, that's a very close call what he should do. Yeah. So if you feel like gambling and that these guys are too wild when you get it in, if you feel like Ronnie is playing solid today and that Rahul is not tilted, then fold. So let's see what he does. Probably getting it in. So why no pre-flop equities? Yeah, flop is very good for him. It's still not even 60%. Although none of the other guys has the flush draw. And he's not winning. Rahul takes it. Tilt! Yeah, I would be on tilt too. Although, not really. I might have even been folded pre-flop, to be honest. Okay, that's bullshit. We don't want hands with no whole cards. Okay, this one has whole cards. This one has no whole cards. But the hand has to be over very soon. No, it is over now. Level 29 is completing with this beauty of a hand. Okay, wow. This is... I would not have completed this hand ever. I would have raised. I would also not limp 3-bet with this one. Okay. How much do they have left? They have left like 3 times the pot. Yeah, given that so much money went in already and that he's blocking the top pair. Oh, he has no backdoors. This hurts to see, but yeah. I think it cannot be too bad to even when you also block a top pair to get it in. I mean, if you check and fold, it's also fine. So that's also another of these borderline spots where it's very hard to decide what to do. I mean, he's insanely unlucky. He decides to get it in and his opponent has like the complete nuts. So yeah, that's very unlucky. And he also cannot get there. Yeah, good game. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. Oh, another hand aces. Oh, 9, 9, 10, Jack Queen also looks quite pretty. And these guys are very deep. Okay. The preflop action is expected. Okay, yeah, okay. This is a huge flop for Ready Player One. I wonder what he does. He bets out small. Interesting. I don't hate it, but yeah, I mean, he's crushing the board so badly. He has the jack, he has 2 9s, he has an open ender. I mean, what is he expecting? I think checking probably is a superior line. And this can't be correct. I mean, Ben is now just, fuck it, I'm getting it in. I got a gut shot, I got an overpair. Let's get it in. Yeah. Okay, let's decline this call. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the donk, but yeah, maybe he had some reads on Ben. Ben also seemed out of line in all these things. Ben probably is not the best player. Yeah. Looks like Ben loses 3 times. Well deserved, I would say. I mean, why is he not just calling flop? This is just stupid to get it in. Don't get it. Okay, now it's no limit hold'em time. And we don't do no limit hold'em time. That means that this is the end of the stream. If you enjoyed this, feel free to check out my YouTube channel as well, because I produce videos on that all the time too. And yeah, a lot of interesting content for people who love to gamble. So yeah, check it out. I will sign out now. I wish you good luck. Bye bye.